Hi guys, I was just sitting here with Anna. We're back in office from the Democratic National Convention, which we attended in person in Chicago last week. It was our first convention that either of us had ever been to, so we learned a lot. We certainly consumed a lot, and being able to come back and kind of debrief it, we got into this conversation about, you know, who got what perspective from the convention and how social media or the different media outlets that you consume, how that impacted how people viewed the convention. Was it playful and joyous? Was it, serious and policy based and powerful? Was it boring? And, certainly we have different perceptions from being there, and it kind of got into this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your perceptions of the DNC based on being there and, the media that you consumed post being there?
Yeah, I mean, we know there were so many viral moments, especially, the Lil Jon cameo, I feel like was all over everyone's social media, which makes me think about which we've explained in another Fratelli video, just kind of what makes a viral moment and how there is a little bit of a formula. Things seem random, but there is kind of that sweet spot of juxtaposing the silly with the serious. And I feel like Lil Jon was that. He was, just out of the blue, crazy, but in this kind of more serious setting, it was unexpected, which made it go crazy on the internet. But I guess what we were wondering about was, did that moment overshadow other more, policy focused moments? Was that what the Harris Walz campaign? Yeah, was that intentional? Was that what the campaign was hoping for? And just, us as communicators, that's something we always have to be conscious about nowadays, is just everybody's in their own little niche. Everybody's getting different little viral snippets. I know you were talking about, the Steph Curry, the NBA coach.
And it is interesting because, I felt like we got a well-rounded view when we were at the convention, because while we saw the viral moments in person, we also saw, the powerful policy conversations, and it didn't come off like this overly playful gathering. But then when I got home and I was consuming all of the social media about the convention, and I was seeing, pretty much only the same 4 moments from what was hours and hours of content, it made me think like, gosh, this is how Gen Z is viewing the convention. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is another conversation, but it's interesting to see that the interpretation that I got from social media and what I got from being at the event were totally different, and how other older generations who get their news from cable news or newspaper, traditional news, how did they view the convention? Because did they see those viral moments? It's just interesting to think about it. It changed my perception, certainly.
And, we've talked about this time and time again, but the medium is the message, truly. And this is just another great example of that. I know for me personally, being there in person, that being my medium, I feel like the joyous tone really was effective. And I definitely left the convention feeling, energized, excited to go do something. But again, I'm curious how you all viewed the DNC, if you did view it, if it was through TikTok or through cable news, how that impacted your perception and, your thoughts coming out of the DNC.
Yeah. Well, let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.